Shalom, Kahalo Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai Bahashim Kakadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of GMS, including the elders that came before them that taught us his truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers pushing the word in truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. I'm the brother Yahshua. I'm back with the WW3 Daily update. We're going to keep it short. I was going to get into the chariots, as in this one. Not that one.
Object has been spotted. One person said the following.
That.
To the well bag. Looked very similar to this, but I remember that NASA said it wasn't anything interesting.
Yeah, of course they lied and said that. Okay, well, we're going to go around that. This is Isaiah 13 and 17. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. This is talking about the Russians. Where is it? Okay. Their bows. What are their bows? Their missiles also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eye shall not spare children. And Babylon, who's Babylon? That's America. So here you have the Russians, and here you have the Americans. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. We know what happened to Sodom and Gomorrah. Fire and brimstone, okay? Well, that is an example of what God does to corrupt kingdoms. What is sodomy? Okay? What does this mean, Sodom? What does sodomy mean? What were they doing in Sodom and Gomorrah? All right, how about this? Let's read this real quick. And you could disagree with all day. All right? This is what the Bible says. 1 Corinthians 10 and 11. Now all these things, wait, where we at? I'm going to read this anyway. Now all these things happen unto them for ensamples, which is example, and they are written for our admonition, upon whom the ends of the world are come. You ever heard the end of the world? The end of the world as we know it? That's not what I wanted, but let me see. This is what I want right here. Dealing with Sodom and Gomorrah. All right. This is 2 Peter 2 and 6. And turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah, and this is not working, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow, making them an example, an ensample unto those that after should live ungodly. You understand how the scriptures work? This is what happened to Sodom and Gomorrah. Why? Because they were living ungodly. Here's an example. If you condone sodomy and make it okay and fly flags and put it in and teach your children, when I said that that's an abomination, okay, then here's what's going to happen. All right? What's going to happen? Turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes. How? How? Lock it. Wow. Thank you.
you have your ID with you as well?
Hold on.
Sorry.
So it is what it is. All right. Now, back to this. Salaki for the interruption. I'm going to just keep going. Back to Isaiah. All right. Where were we?
Yeah. It should be everything. I
Right.
tried to, there was some stuff that I couldn't find.
Here. And Babylon, let's go to 19. This is Isaiah 13 and 19. And Babylon, that's America, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. What does that mean? That America will be turned into ashes. How? How will it be turned into ashes? With them nuclear missiles. Okay? Let's get Zechariah. This is how. Zechariah 14 and 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes. And their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. That's called nuclear fire. All right? Receive not of her plagues. What plagues? Revelation 18 and 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her what? Plagues. What plagues? This plague. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their hole. Their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. It's called nuclear fire. That's the plague. Go back. Let's go back to Revelation. Let's go to Revelation 11. See that voice from heaven again. This is the culmination of World War III. Yes, it's the World War III Daily Update. Revelation 11 and 12. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, Come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud. What cloud? That cloud.
The strangest thing about this is how it's not there.
That cloud.
I remember that NASA said it wasn't anything interesting.
That cloud.
One person said the following.
Interesting.
Does anyone else remember the wheel that was spotted a while back? Looks very similar to this, but
that cloud.
Interesting.
All right, what is that? Okay. What is that there? They ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld him. And the same hour was there a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell. What city? Babylon the Great. And in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000. Everybody died that wasn't beamed up into the chariot. That cloud. And the remnant were affrighted and gave glory to the power of heaven. Psalm 104. Bless the Lord, O my soul. O Lord my God, thou art very great. Thou art clothed with honor and majesty, who coverest thyself with light as with a garment. Who stretchest out the heavens like a curtain, who layeth the beams of his chambers in the water. Who maketh the clouds his chariot. Guess what? They got beamed up. Come up hither. Come up where? Come up into this chariot before I destroy America with nuclear fire, mutually assured destruction, like I did in Sodom and Gomorrah. All right, so with that, good enough. Now we'll go here. We'll go to this guy, Military and Foreign Affairs Network. Okay, well, we'll skip the Dwayne Johnson and we'll go right here. Russians deploying forces, staging areas for attack 32 minutes ago. What's going on here?
This $60 grout pen.
Slovakia. Boom. Voice of
Good day,
reason.
everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Military and Foreign Affairs Network. I am your host, the Voice of Reason. Today, we are continuing our coverage of the ongoing crisis between Ukraine and Russia. We continue to get more information about certain troop movements that are taking place. Some rather interesting new developments have come in today that I'll talk about here very shortly. But first, we'll go over both the mainstream and not so mainstream media news headlines out of the region. So first, let's see here. Mail Online, top hardline Russian general warns Putin not to invade Ukraine and accuses him of criminal ... It's Mail Online. So that is clickbait. And the reason that is clickbait, again, top hardline Russian general. So this is a 70-plus-year-old former general.
This would fall under rumors of war.
Who was fired by Vladimir Putin, I think back in early 2000s or mid 2000s. But anyway, he is not a current general in the Russian armed forces, but again, has been in opposition to Putin for quite some time. So again, look at the clickbait and then delve into what you're actually reading before just reading those goofy headlines.
You gotta eat the meat, pick through the bones.
Reuters, separatist
Spit the bones out.
leader says full-scale war in East Ukraine could break out at any time. Al Jazeera, Ukraine to unleash bloody hell on Russia if it invades. Here, this is out of TASS. Ukraine requests U.S. to deploy a THAAD missile defense system. That's the Theater High Altitude Air Defense System, designed to shoot down ballistic missiles. And
so what are we hearing? We're hearing that Russia basically is about to fight the United States, NATO, and the EU, okay, which is the beast. All right, just right out of the scriptures. Shoot down what he said? Ballistic missiles. We just showed you the missiles in the scriptures.
Defense system. That's the Theater High Altitude